Hello there. If you're aware that the United States is going into a depression, then you're most likely wondering if you're going to have any Social Security or any other retirement left when you get ready to retire. This video is about due diligence and shows how to avoid some of the problems that people have run into in the past when arranging for Panamanian entities or buying real estate in Panama. This is about solutions, not problems. The things that you will learn in this video are just common sense and will help you no matter where you live or work. Your due diligence should start with taking a long, hard, serious look at whether or not it's safe to keep your money in the USA. If you have confidence in the economy of the USA, then keep your money at home. But for those who have determined that their money might be safer outside the USA, then you must begin doing your due diligence on the various foreign jurisdictions that are available. Our due diligence led us to Panama. Your due diligence will most likely do the same. This is part 4 in our series of 12 presentations on how to use the Private Interest Foundation to your maximum advantage. You will want to download and save these presentations as they become available. There is complete and excellent information on the website safeassetprotection.net. Compare this information with what you find on other financial service websites, and then you'll come back and let us help you save money by doing it right the first time. Write to us at inquiry@safeassetprotection.net. Performing due diligence starts with you. If you want your estate plans to endure, then they must be completely legal and make good sense. When an incompetent service provider fails to meet all of the requirements for both Panama law and the IRS code, then your entire estate and sometimes even your personal liberty can be at risk. Due diligence is serious business. When you obey the law, then you cannot afford to an incompetent service provider, even if they're very, very cheap. It is possible to get less expensive entities in an unregulated jurisdiction, but there are reasons why you should use a jurisdiction where the entities are regulated. When there are laws regulating an industry, then there are others who are depending on the stability of those laws, so the laws are slower to change. In an unregulated jurisdiction, any new laws are most likely going to be more restrictive than you would like, and might require major changes in your business procedures. The last thing that we want, and the last thing that our clients want, are adverse changes. So we like working in Panama. Our clients want stability, so we must accept regulation. Reasons to use licensed professionals like lawyers, accountants, and registered agents include a licensed professional may or may not be competent, but it certainly means they have something to lose if they cause you to break the law. For some positions, like the registered agent, we must use an attorney or a law firm. But it's part of due diligence that one uses a licensed CPA for any audit and uses the services of licensed investment counselors and professionals when buying stocks and bonds or making other investments. When the service provider knows they have something to lose, then they might be more circumspect. In Panama, because Panamanian laws and legal procedures protect licensed lawyers and real estate agents against all but the most grievous lawsuits, one must also understand more about the Panamanian law and customs in order to perform their due diligence. You need to request the free ebook, 12 Ways to Avoid Being Scammed in Panama. It's available on our website. Well, you must use attorneys, but you must be in control, not them. We must never be in such a hurry to protect our assets that we fail to exercise good sense. When buying land in Panama for retirement or for investment, we need a complete abstract of title, a new survey by a licensed surveyor, a visual inspection by you, the buyer. It must be purchased by a private interest foundation or a corporation if it's for commercial purposes. And your translator or interpreter makes all of the contacts with the seller, surveyor, etc. so that you avoid the gringo tax. The gringo tax is a doubling of the price because you're not Panamanian. We must always do our own due diligence. When the service provider is recommending something that does not seem completely legal, then we should get a second opinion. Just due diligence, right? Unless you understand why the procedures are legal and how they can be successfully defended, then the prudent thing to do is seek another service provider. The salesman does not have to live with your decisions. You do. He just cashes your check and goes on to the next client. If he's competent, then he goes on to help more people. If he's incompetent or greedy, then he scams more people. How do you get it right the first time? In Panama, the best way is to hire an independent translator and interpreter who will work for you and is not working behind the scenes for the lawyers or real estate agents, and then listen to the translator that you hired. The free e-booklet, 12 Ways to Avoid Scams in Panama, is only a partial list of the scams, but it does give you the secret to avoid scams anywhere on the globe. This can be requested for free on the home page of the website, or purchased for $17 on the products HTML or services HTML pages. This is why safeassetprotection.net is the standard, and after comparing with other sites, you return to us with confidence. Points to remember: when a product or service does not do everything that you need to accomplish, then even free is too expensive. There's always a plan in place for your estate. It's either your plan or the government's plan. Will you select your own plan, or will you let the politicians select it for you? The economy makes it clear that you need to do something now to protect your estate and keep it from losing value in this depression. You have a chance today to do it right the first time. A summary of the benefits of using a PIF: it frees your time for making money or enjoying life. When written correctly, you're kept aware of all details of the management of the PIF, including the monthly bank balance. When written correctly, you retain 100% control over the PIF, and nothing happens without your approval. When written correctly, you have zero requirements to make reports to the IRS about the money or property being held by the PIF. By when written correctly, I mean that if the words in the documents do not secure your control over the assets and also protect your privacy, then you will have wasted your money. A private interest foundation completely eliminates delay and cost of probate on everything it owns in Panama or in your own country. The assets are instantly available to your heirs. You can make more money, save more money, and have more money to give to your grandchildren. A summary of due diligence: the most important aspect of due diligence is that every action by all people involved in your estate plan must be within the law. Your actions must also be completely within the law. If you think that you're getting close to the border of what's illegal and what's legal, then part of your due diligence is consulting an expert. Many times, what you may have been led to believe is illegal can be completely legal when it's done in the right way through the correct entities. A competent expert can help you. Visit safeassetprotection.net right now in order to protect what you have worked for all your life. A final note: you can learn enough by going to the frequently asked questions page on safeassetprotection.net to get started immediately on your own estate plan and asset protection plan. Please visit our website for more complete information on the Panamanian Private Interest Foundation. You can read for yourself why the elite select this asset protection and estate planning tool out of all the others that are available in the world. We're looking forward to hearing from you today. Inquiry at safeassetprotection.net.